Hi guys, I'm back with another video today. I actually recorded this video a long time ago and announced it on my social media that I will be uploading this video as a time-lapse slash speed painting describing what I learned from the process. And to be honest guys, I am very new to fine art. I think I have been seriously practicing art for 7 months, I guess, and I just don't have enough knowledge to understand the underlying message or the meaning of the brushstrokes or anything like that to tell you guys that this is what I learned. So I just simply copied the painting. So that's one of the main reasons I have been stalling this video for such a long time, but I thought that I should come out clean and tell you guys that I just don't know what I learned, okay? That being said, there are a couple of things that I could identify that I did learn or understood at least. And then I also did some Googling around and I found an artist called Teresa, and she wrote about her feelings on this painting, what she feels when she sees it. And she talks about these 4 green strokes on the main foreground tree, and I was so surprised to know that even those 4 strokes could be deliberate. And that was a huge moment of learning that every stroke an artist makes, I mean, I knew it, but it sort of reminded me, and I sort of internalized in myself that every stroke of an artist is intentional, if the artist knows what she is doing, of course. And she said that she wonders what those 4 strokes could mean. I have put a link to the article that I was talking about in the description area of this video, so you can check it out if you want to. One thing that has become more obvious to me over the past couple of months is why we should do a study in the first place. So you can have different goals for your studies. You can either give yourself a rendering assignment. Maybe there is an artist that you really admire the brush strokes that they make and you want to, study the brush strokes, so you give yourself a rendering assignment. Or you want to boil the image down to understand the underlying story of why it is that you are so drawn to this image, or what it is that makes this image so successful. So once you have chosen the reason you are doing this study, you're off to a good start. One thing that struck me about this image is the mood of it. So there is this somber kind of mood, but there is a calm and peaceful atmosphere that I was drawn to. It is not uplifting. It is a bit on the sad side, but it is still not a feeling of uncertainty or unsafeness, I would say. I think the word that comes to mind is introspection to me, or bliss, I don't know. Anyway, I would be pretty blissful standing in a forest like that alone, but that's just me. Anytime you have vertical shapes and horizontal shapes, like in this picture, like the trees are vertical and then there's this horizontal land, there is this feeling of safety and calmness that the image conveys. Okay, that's because we are mostly used to seeing these kinds of shapes in nature when everything is uninterrupted, like trees, like mountains. Those are like vertical shapes on top of the horizontal line. Maybe buildings, right? We feel like buildings, even though they can be very tall, but as long as they have this vertical shape to them, hopefully they feel safe to us, or at least that's what we would like to think, because we would not want to be in a tall, unsafe building, in my opinion. And I also think that's why it is so frightening to experience earthquake, because everything shakes. It hampers the vertical and horizontal feeling of the reality that we have around us. If you are after the underlying intent of this image and find out why this image is so successful, you must get rid of the details and the nitty-gritties of the image and get down to the point. Even though I spent 1 hour in this image, but anyway, I didn't know what I was doing. So ideally you want to keep the studies within 20 minutes, but if you're a beginner, it will be very difficult for you to do it within 20 minutes. So it is okay to go like a 15-20 minutes more than the 20-minute limit, but never go above the 1 hour limit, because that's when you start really rendering the stuff out, and that really beats the purpose of a study of the kind that we're talking about. If you were just replicating an image or doing a big piece digitally in the initial stage, or for the most of the duration of the painting, stay really zoomed out like I am here, unless you have to go to the details. And if you are doing a full illustration, maybe it's an assignment that you want to turn in, you should really pay attention to what you're drawing, but keeping in mind that too much rendering in every single area will just take away from the point that you want to come across. It also generally helps me if I stay zoomed out. It helps me complete an image much quicker than if I zoom in and render every single detail. Well, I want to add a couple more things to this video, but I don't want to, like I said, blunt my point. So if you want me to talk about anything that I mentioned here which was not clear enough, and I would suspect that it will not be clear enough to a lot of beginner artists, because I am pretty much one, so I know my predicament. If you want me to clarify a couple of things, do let me know in the comments. And if you want me to do a demo on how to do a study and explain what you have to look after, please also let me know. I'd be happy to do a demo for you, and it only helps me learn better. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, you can press the like button, although I am not insisting. And I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.